You're behind somebody driving and they're trying to get through a narrow space. And you see that they got plenty of room. Like, go, you got like a foot on both sides. Go, you got this. They skeptical. From where they're sitting in their vehicle, they're like, nah, I don't think I can make this. From where you're sitting, you see clearly. Even when people are outside your vehicle and they're telling you to back up, they're like, come on, more, you got it, you got it, you got it. Sometimes you're thinking like the person is trying to have you hit something on purpose. That's how confident they're telling you, come on, come on. You're looking through the rear view like, what? There's no way I got more room. And that's like life. A lot of times we see that people need to leave a situation or get into a situation or put more work. They can't see it properly. You know, that's why you need more eyes than just your two eyes. You need different perspectives. And we get to a point in life, just like a lot of professions, we think that we're an expert at something. But no matter what you feel about a situation, other people are going to see different angles that can propel you to a higher level, get you out of a situation. People have different vantage points and different viewpoints and different perspectives. That's actually a blessing because you ain't got to rely just on your own two eyes. I'm not trying to say you listen to everybody, you know, because that could be your downfall. Have more than one viewpoint around you, it's a blessing. Take it. Love.
Shalom, shalom. This is the brother Ishar from GMS Mississippi Gulf Coast. Before I get started, I want to give an infinite honor and glory and praises to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the Akim that's pushing this truth with all faith, righteousness, and sincerity. To you, I say shalom, all right? The title of this lesson is just going to be the body is of many perspectives, many members. It can help. Take heed to the advice that's given. Okay. I know it's a lengthy title, but nonetheless, that's what I named it. I might shorten it to the body is of many perspectives, many members. It can be a help, whatever. But that's the title of the lesson, man. Just going into, man. You have in this truth, you know, in the body, you know, we one body in Yahweh Shai, and we have many members, you know, different parts of the body that brothers have obtained, and brothers come from, you know, all walks of life, man. Okay, no matter if it's in the flesh, an older brother or a younger brother, man. You know, brothers come from different walks, different upbringings or whatever that they adapted to and learned how to be, man. Okay, and brought it into this truth, you know, filtered it and brought it into this truth, and it's actually good, you know what I'm saying? And they use it. And a brother can come to you from a different eyesight, different perspective, different way to be in a certain area, a certain situation, and it can be helpful, man. So it's something to always consider and take heed to, especially understanding that you believe that brother is coming in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. All right, he's on those highways and hedges just like you, doing these lessons, going in, teaching the same breakdown in that same mind. Okay, so why not consider that, you know? Consider that advice. Consider that that counsel, man. And like the scriptures say, a wise man take heed to wise counsels. Roughly paraphrasing that scripture, man. But let's get to the point of the lesson. This is Romans 12:4. It says, "For as we have many members in one body, you know, all members have not the same office." Okay, now let's look into that word office in the blue letter.
Strong's G 4234. Praxis. Praxis.
Praxis. Okay. And when you go down to the Strong's definition of that word, it says it says an act, by extension, a function, deed, office, work. Okay, so So it's safe to say that that can go into brothers have the same mindset. Okay, Romans 12:4 can go into the brothers having the same mindset. Okay, which we're supposed to have, being in one mind. Okay, which is teaching His word, in and out of in season, out of season. Teaching the true words, the 100% doctrine. And having that same goal, that same mission is in getting to the kingdom of heaven. But brothers are different. Okay, brothers have different functions, different talents. Okay, different perspectives, which is good, man. And you can, because it can help you see things differently coming from brothers, man. Because a brother might be the foot of the body, and shit, you just might be the hand. So regardless, it's still on that same nervous system, but carrying different functions. Okay, carrying different functions. So like it. Now back to that, Romans 12:4. For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office, right, man? Don't have that same function, same talent. Okay, the Lord dispersed that how He wanted to, man. Okay, and I'm gonna get into that, but first I want to look into this. I said each part of the body have different operations, but it's on the same nervous system. And it says yes, all parts of the body operate under one integrated nervous system. All right. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right, we're operating on that one and same nervous system. Okay. We are one body in Yahushai. Okay. So we're operating on that same mind. Okay. That same nervous system. Okay. You can see it, if you can marry the two together, man, from the carnal to the spirit, we operating under that same nervous system. Okay. We're part of the same body. Okay. But we have different functions. Okay, now back to it. Romans 12:4. So again, it's safe to say that, like I said, you could be the hand, right? But so the hand doesn't know how it's to be the foot, and the foot doesn't know how it is to be the hand. Okay, so when they do come together on something, when the foot you might be the foot, but you know how it is to be the foot and what you got to go through being the foot, and you might be the hand and you know how it is being the hand. So so through the spirit of private, how about Shemal Sham for the married? So when a brother is coming to you about a certain situation, he done probably most likely done been through it and got through it, and his advice and the things that he's saying to you can actually be of a good help if you take heed. All right. Just saying. Don't shoot the messenger. All right. This is 1 Corinthians 12:15. Matter of fact, I want to get that in the NLT. Papa Shot, bear with me. It's going to be a little lengthy, but I'm going to, be talking through it. This 1 Corinthians 12:15, we're starting at 15 in the NLT. It says, if the foot says, I am not part of the body because I am not the hand, not a hand. That's a spirit too, because I married that just then through the spirit. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know the NLT, I ain't even think about it that it's going to say this, you know what I'm saying? But hey, call out him like y'all about some shy. But let's get back to it. If the foot says, I am not a part of the body because I am not the hand, that does not make it any less part of the body. And if the ear says, I am not part of the body because I am not an eye, would that make it any less a part of the body? If the whole body were an eye, how could you hear? Or if your whole body were an ear, how would you smell anything? But our bodies have many parts. All right. Different brothers, different operations. And yet, how Shai has put each part just where he wants it. Each part. The Lord had put each brother in a certain area, a certain operation, a certain part of the body, man. All right, according to how he wanted it, but and then also according to how, like I said, that brother upbringing, what he been through, what he came from, that made his talent and made him to be wise and good in this certain aspect, this certain area. Okay, it was all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Now it says, how strange would be if it had only one part. That it would be strange. You know, uh, it says, yes, there are many parts, but only one body. The eye can never say to the hand, I don't need you. The hand can't say to the feet, I don't need you. Okay, so no, every brother is needed. Okay, every brother is needed, man, to operate into a function. Okay, like the scriptures say, let all things be done decently and in order. Okay, so everybody is put in a position, all right, to be helpful, all right, to keep the body functioning, moving, operating properly, man. Okay. And I want to say this, that's why it's important to make sure you're taking heed to the counsel that's being given, you're taking heed to advice from brothers, okay? And also you're understanding and always keeping in mind that it's important that you carry your weight in whatever part of the body you are. You're making sure you're doing everything you have to do to make sure that part is functioning, man. Okay. It says, in fact, some parts of the body that seem weakest and least important are actually the most necessary. And see, that's what I'm saying. You might think that, I ain't got to really do much. Or I ain't really need it like that, man. Shit, I don't know what bro talking to me for. Like, I ain't, like I'm important or something. I ain't nothing but, I'm the young brother of the camp, man. I ain't got no ranking position. I ain't first, second, third command. So what are you talking to me for? Because you're important. Duh. You're important, man. It's important for you to carry your weight in this thing, man. Carry your weight to help the body move efficiently, man. Okay? So it doesn't matter what rank and order you're in the body part. It's given to whichever brother. So that first in command, he might be stronger and able to lead and guide, but guess what? He still needs the second command, okay, to back him up. And guess what? That second command still needs the third command, okay? And that third command might still need that officer, okay? And that officer still might need the younger brothers, okay? Because and when you look at it, each and every individual brother needs one another, man. It don't matter if it's for encouragement. It don't matter if it's for you brothers keeping you on your toes and, on your feet, always asking you questions, always inquiring to know more, and you're constantly looking into it and going over old breakdowns to answer a brother, and it's helping you at the end of the day, helping you be sharp. What the scripture say? Iron sharpeneth iron. Matter of fact, let me get that, and I'm gonna come back to this, man. Here it is, Proverbs 27:17. It says, iron sharpeneth iron. So a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. Now let me get that in the NLT. This Proverbs 27 and 17 in NLT. It says, as iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend. You see what I'm saying? So each and every individual brother is helping one another, man. Okay? But back to the point, though, those different perspectives, those different talents, it's a help, man. So it's something to take heed to, man. No matter what. Never lean upon your own understanding or this, that, and the other, man. Understand that every brother is a help to another. And their perspectives and their life and what they've been through, their lives, Salakia, their lives and what they've been through is a help and can be a help to you depending on where you at in your life. Now I want to go back to 1 Corinthians 12, where I was. Let me just go back to 22. In fact, some parts of the body that seem weakest and least important are actually the most necessary, right, man? Because really, you like I was going into, you can look at it, man. That brother, that young brother that just came in, he inquiring all these questions, and and then he'll ask this brother, then this brother, well, let me look into it, boom. Ask this brother, then this brother, boom, and then at the end of the day, it's like brothers helping one another. Stay sharp, sharpening up their sword some more, regardless. So don't look at it like don't look at it like, you're not important, man. You are important, and through the spirit of power of Yahweh Shema Shai, you understand that. So when a brother is looking at some from a different perspective, a different angle, and then bringing it to you, man, you take heed of that, man. Okay? You take heed of that. No matter which brother it is, because it's come from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? It's like working on a house. It ain't just one person building that damn house. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean the electrician can't tell the plumber, hey, maybe you should have that 90 going here. The water probably needs to drop a little lower for it to flow better. That don't, okay, it's a different perspective, right? He might be looking at it in the electrical perspective, but just how electricity flows, you can look at water flows, and they can be in the same mindset, having something to flow, but it's a different perspective, and it can be helpful. Verse 23, it says, "And the parts we regard less honorable are those we clothe with greatest care." So we carefully, and that's another thing, man. Matter of fact, and I'm going to get that. Let me see here. This is Hebrews 13 and 17, because that's what just brought me to this precept. It says, "Obey them that rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch over for your souls, as they must give an account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you." So older brothers in this thing, and hey, you can use that for just brothers in general, man. We watch over, we look, we serve one another. The brother Yaitza always have said that, man. The beloved brother Yaitza of the camp, man. He's always said that, man. We serve one another. You know what I'm saying? So we help one another. So regardless if you didn't ask for it or not, if a brother sees something, then bring it to a brother's attention. The scripture tell you in what Leviticus, basically rough paraphrase, call not your brother to sin, or call not your brother to make a mistake. So we serve one another, we help one another, man. All right, we watch over one another, man. Okay, and we bring what we have to the table. What we have, our perspectives of our offices, our functions, our deeds, our perspectives, and we bring it to the body, man. Okay? So it behooves you to always take heed of that. All right? So, what was it? 24. While more honorable parts do not require this special care, right? Let me go back up. It says, "So we carefully protect those parts that should not be seen, while the more honorable parts do not require this special care. So Yahweh Shema Shai has put the body together such that extra honor and care are given to those parts that have less dignity. This makes for harmony among the members." Going to what I said, man. Everything being done decently in order, everybody carrying their part, everybody helping one another. Okay, Ephesians 4, endeavoring to keep the unity of the spirit. Okay, this makes for harmony among the members. Okay, make everything move smooth. Okay, flow like water, man. Okay, so that all members care for each other. Okay. So many members in the body all have different functionalities, all have different perspectives, but guess what? They all help one another. Okay. And it says, and if one part is honored, all parts are glad. Okay. So we in this together. We in this together, man. Okay. So if a brother is done seen something, done heard something, but most likely, for the most part, done seen something, and want to just, hey brother, maybe you should, or hey brother, maybe you should try this, then hey, do that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, take heed to that. And if if the shoe don't fit, then hey, don't put it on, don't wear it. But make sure, hey, you were mindful of what was, told, apply it even if it don't apply to you, because it's a different perspective and it can help. You know what I'm saying? So, and that just goes, to just say like, man, a good friend, a good brother, and this brother is very helpful, very needed, man. Okay. This Sirach 6:13. It says, separate thyself from thy enemies and take heed of thy friends. Take heed, man. Your friends, your brothers, take heed, man. But listen to what's being said. Brother ain't trying to say nothing to diminish you, to degrade you. Brother is only trying to help. Okay. It says a faithful friend is strong defense, and if have found such and one have found a treasure. Okay. So it's a blessing. Okay. Like the dude said in the video, it's a blessing to have someone that's giving you their perspective on life, their advice. That's a blessing. Okay. For somebody to do those things and actually care, about your well-being. Brothers care about each other, man. Okay. It's a blessing to have that, man. Especially after all these times when we were in the world, we just got completely just disrespected, completely degraded, belittled. And here it is, you run into brothers and they truly care. When they don't have to give their perspective. They don't have to say nothing to you once they done already said something, but the brother keep coming back and trying to get you to get it. Okay. Brothers trying to apply that Leviticus, suffer not sin upon the brother, man. Suffer not a brother to sin, roughly paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? Constantly trying to help you be able to be a defense to Satan's attacks and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing to have somebody to give their perspective and their life advice to you. Okay. It says nothing doeth countervail a faithful friend, and his excellency is invaluable, right, man? It's invaluable, man. Verse 16, it says a faithful friend is medicine of life. Okay, medicine, help. Okay, you think of medicine, what it helps you feel better. It helps you get over a sickness. Okay. Brothers help one another, man, to fight, to get over these attacks from Shaitan. All right. To fight these damn demons, man, of the world, man. All right. It says, and they that fear the Lord shall find him. And that's another thing. Stand in fear. Stand on point. Stand in the spirit, man. All right. It says, whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright. For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also. And what the Lord said, love thy neighbor with all thy heart. Okay? So that's applying the scripture, man. You fear the Lord, you direct your friendship right, man. You make things right. You help. You give your advice, whatever you got to do, to the best of your ability, Because brothers can only help and put forth an effort to be there as much as they can, At the end of the day, it's on you working out your own salvation with fear, okay, and trembling. Okay. And it says, so shall his neighbor be also, should be in fear. All right. And should be a brother. All right. So that was it. I just wanted, Lord willing, I pray and hope this lesson is edifying to someone. Close out and give infinite honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the Icon, this pushing this truth without faith, righteousness, and sincerity. To you I say shalom.